Hello everyone and welcome to our last day of Road to TCG Worlds 2016 featuring Mega Manectric Raikou. Now I'm not going um, with the tournament because honestly last week was a complete fiasco. The decks were not competitive at all, so I decided to scrap that until I figure out how to make them more competitive. Now, we are up against Xavier, which if I'm not mistaken is a Spanish player. And yeah, he's running a fire deck. We did see colorless, so this is probably Speed Entei, potentially, or Speed Charizard, or potentially Speed Pyro as well. Pyro did see quite a bit of play in the city championships over here in Mexico, and yeah, based on this I really think it's going to be ultra fast Entei. My opponent did mulligan a ton of times and I'm definitely gonna take advantage of that. Well, it was only 3 and wow. Okay, I have no comments. I have 3 Verseekers and a Sycamore, and I I give up, guys. It's just it's ridiculous. How do we get how do I do it? Every game, 3 Verseekers or 3 Flash Energy or it's very frustrating. And this happens in real life as well. I have no idea why Verseekers. Okay, not gonna complain anymore. It is what it is. I will be able to attach the Headringer onto Charizard, fortunately, but we are even at a risk of getting KO'd right now. There's the Blacksmith. If he attaches 2 Muscle Bands, and he's already powered up, wow. He decides not to attach, and now that Tails Flip could definitely hurt him, because if I get the Mega Manectric, I will be able to KO him. I will take advantage of this Battle Compressor, get rid of 2 basic lightning just in case I do get the Mega Manectric, and I should just discard my 4th Berserker and discard a Headringer. Now it really comes down to what we get off of this Sycamore. I really didn't want to risk discarding a Birch and flipping Tails and not drawing anything, so hopefully we get an Ultra Ball. There it is, and we get another Manectric. Perfect. So I guess we're not out of the woods yet, but it definitely could be worse. Now I'm gonna Ultra Ball, discard these 2 cards. I will get Hoopa, which I did see. 1 Shaman is priced, but as long as I get draw off of 1, that's okay with me. Gonna attach this other thing, and with the Hoopa, I'm going to search for 2 Megas and the Shaman. Getting 2 Megas means I draw 1 less card with Shaman, but I really need the follow-up Mega in case he can one-hit KO me with Charizard. So drawing 1 less card is a very good trade-off, and I did attach the Headringer onto that Charizard, so I'm feeling pretty safe at this point. I will take the Verseeker, or I could get the Judge. No, I'm gonna get the Verseeker. I might want an AZ for some reason, in case he tries to Lysander up the Hoopa to buy himself a turn, but yeah. So my opponent could have gotten a turn 1 win. He did not, and then because he did flip Tails on that Entei, that really put him in a difficult position. I really wish he had not flipped Tails, because the game would have been longer and it would have been a lot more interesting. But it happens. I mean, it was a 50-50 flip. That is one of the risks of playing the Entei. So, what can you do? Let's see who else we find here. Hopefully a very, very tough opponent, because I prefer to face off against tough opponents and have really close games than have these quick wins. Now, Psychic Grass, Fire, Darkness. That's probably a Vespiquen variant, potentially with Flareon and Crobat. So I do go first, which is great, but I start Raikou, which is not great. Let's see. Xerneas, so it's actually a multicolored deck. The one that runs all kinds of stuff in order to get 1-hit KOs with Rainbow Force. And he will be using DCEs though. So I would love to conserve my stadium, but I think it's worth it to just go ahead and Sycamore right now, to put on the pressure on my opponent. I will bench my Manectric and I will pass my turn. I don't think that deck runs any kind of Pokemon EX, so the Head Ringer will be very useless. I mean, unless I get to attach it to a Shaman though. So, wow, I didn't see Lightning. And Durant, what the heck? Discard cards from Rune's hand at random until he or she has 4 cards. Wow, that's a good attack. Now, Remoraid as well, so most likely no Shaman at all. He does flip heads, and that's a really nice Xerneas coin. That's a really, really nice coin. Now, that deck is looking very scary. Wow, Ninetales to make sure his stadium stays locked. So, wow. I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm in a lot of trouble. That was a good top deck, for sure. It's unfortunate that the Head Ringer will be a completely useless card. But I think I should have powered up Manectric instead. The question here is it worth it to Lysander the Vulpix? I think it'll be worth it next turn. I don't have to do it right now, and I do get the energy I need. So, just gonna pass here. He can't damage me just yet. Oh no, never mind. He can with Rainbow Force. But I do have my Assault Vest, and I do have my ability. And he still needs a lot of different type of basics Pokemon and the stadium, I guess. So, 10 plus 30. Yeah, I definitely should have attached to Mega Manectric. 120 HP though, so if it doesn't KO, I won't be able to KO myself, because I will be dealing 110 damage, and he will KO me. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. 110 damage is too short. 130 for each different type, so that's 160 damage minus my 60. Okay, he comes up short unless he plays the stadium and plays another new type of Pokemon. But I'm not really liking this scenario. I definitely am not liking this scenario. That Xerneas hits like a truck, man. Yikes. Okay, so I do get to heal off some damage. I also get a free KO here if I wanted to. But I think I need to damage Xerneas. I need to damage Xerneas, and I need a follow-up Manectric. Regular Manectric. That is definitely what I need. So I'm gonna be forced to, yeah, using the Lysander last turn would have definitely been worth it. Okay, so I am able, wow, that Giovanni scheme. Huh. Giovanni's scheme. Gonna get rid of the escape rope potentially. Yeah. And the Lysander. The Giovanni's. Because I'm not gonna be able to attack with Mega Manectric next turn. Gonna bench my Manectric, and at least that guarantees that I can KO the Xerneas. If he powers up the second one though, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Damn. This is very hard. That Xerneas is really good. It's seriously very good. Okay, Jinx does heal 10 damage, but that's the most he's going to heal right now. He doesn't have another Jinx in play. If he did, then I'd be in a lot of trouble. But fortunately he doesn't. He does Birch though, so he has the potential to find a Stadium. He flips Tail, so that's great. But a Stadium plus another Jinx would have put me in a lot of trouble. It's still possible. Hard, but not impossible. He plays a Verseeker for some reason preemptively. There's really no threat for me to use okay, so yeah, the damage is decreased. There's no threat for me to use an item locking card, I think. But he does get his price. I don't remember what he took, but I really doubt it was something that threatens us too much. Now here we have an interesting decision, because I can Lysander something up and still KO the Xerneas. So I think my best bet is to Lysander up the Octillery to buy myself a couple of turns, because he will need a DCE to retreat, and that means he won't be able to attack, or he will need a switch, and he will need a Stadium and 2 more different types of basic Pokemon in order to KO my Manectric. So I'm just increasing the likelihood that he won't get that. He does heal with Rough Seas, that's perfectly fine by me. But he does have a Float Stone, so that's 1 card. Now he needs a Stadium and 2 more basic Pokemon of different types. There's a Stadium, so now he only needs 2 different basic Pokemon. There's one. Is he really? That doesn't count. Oh. Wow. Okay, he needs the TC. That's the last card he needs. Off of Octillery's ability and Birch. I think I would have used the ability first. Wow, he flips heads. No. He's going to one KO my Manectric. He immediately retreats. That means he has the DCE. Wow. And he even benches another type. So I have no response to this Xerneas, which is really unfortunate. If he doesn't get the Ninetales, I might still have a chance if I get my Stadium, because that will force him to discard, but there's the Ultra Ball, so he got a perfect setup now. Wow. I'm in a lot of trouble. If he has... Wow. Yikes, that deck, man. That deck is too powerful. That's so broken. That Xerneas is really good. I think we're going to have a loss right here. Wow, starting Raikou is so bad. Powering up Raikou is so bad. That was my mistake. Definitely my mistake. Oh boy. So even our stadium is locked right now. So that's not an out anymore. I top deck potentially one of the worst cards I could have top decked. But at least I get to Sycamore. Now I want to see a Versus Seeker, which I don't. I will attach this. I cannot play my stadium. I will play this. I need a Versus Seeker to get my Giovanni's next turn. So I'm gonna get rid of things that are not Versus Seekers. There's still 2 left, and I do have access to Shaman. Oh, 3 left. So this thing helps me thin out my deck. Birch, I guess I could get rid of. The Raikou, no, I might have to buy myself a turn. No, yeah, the Raikou. And yeah, the Birch. So I'm first going to Shaman. Wow, but he can 1-hit KO everything. Okay, so I get the other Bile Compressor to further thin out my deck. Trader's Mail can get me that. Spirit Link I definitely won't be needing anymore. Ultra Ball can help me thin out my deck. Energy Lysander I don't think is going to be too important, but I don't think I can afford to discard it. Rough Seas I think is the choice to get discarded. Wow. This is rough, man. Really, really rough. I need to hit the... Okay, do I wait a turn? Yeah, I'm gonna wait a turn. Gonna sacrifice my Raikou. But he will KO the Raikou. And if he manages to power up another Cernias, that's just game. So, yep. All he needs is a DCE and he still wins. And I need the Versus Seeker just to have a small chance. And I will need 2 Versus Seekers consecutively. Ugh. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose, guys. I mean, I'm trying my best. Wow. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. That's it. Wow. My opponent had everything every turn. Amazing, man. Truly amazing. That deck really caught me off guard. And he got everything he needed every single turn. And we just were behind an energy attachment every single time. Or 10 damage short. That was the biggest issue. We were always 10 damage short of getting KOs. So, gonna find one last game. Just because the first one was super short. And yeah. I think we're up against Night March, potentially. I don't think I've ever guessed the decks correctly in this video or this week at all. So, ever since I made that misplay on the... Wow. Man. Yesterday was not my day. In Spanish? Okay, he starts Hoopa, so that's fair. And he passes. So, we have a good opportunity here. Gonna play this. I'm gonna get rid of some energy and the Sycamore, just in case I hit a Versus Seeker. I will play this. I hit the Sycamore, but I don't want to discard all of these cards. I don't think I have a choice. I can potentially attach this and then use Shaman next turn and get back the Spirit Link, which could be useful. But having seen these, I don't think I want to bother attacking. I can't even attack. I can't even attack because I drew 2 flash energy and not basic energy, so never mind. Man, today is just not my day. It really isn't. And who messaged us, or what's this notification? Ugh, won't let you do anything. Do I need all of these celebrations? Product opened. Hi Tablemon, do you have Seismitoad EX for trade? Sorry. Nope. I don't have any. And yeah, focus, Pablo, focus. I don't know who that is. And let's hope we find a good game. That's 2 bad games and 1 loss. What kind of video is this? It seems like Fridays are not too generous to us because the tournament last week really was terrible. We won far too easily, and then this couple of games, and now looks like we're up against a mirror match or potentially Manectric Crobat. Although at this point I would not be surprised to see something like Raikou bats. I never guessed the deck. Or something like Jolteon. I don't know. I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I never guess right. And we do go second. At least we're able to start off with Raikou or Manectric this time around, and not Raikou or Shaman, which has definitely been horrible for the past 3 games or so. I mean, true games. I do not want to bench Shaman. And let's see here. Those Sylveon Sleeves are cool. My opponent does go first, so that's very unfortunate because we will be behind. But if it's Manectric Crobats, we might have the advantage as long as we don't attach Pokemon tools and we play our Rough Seas smartly. There's a Super Scoop up. That tells me this is Manectric Crobat for sure. He does play a Shona though. Well, it might be Mega Manectric Crobat. I mean, at this point, I have no idea. And he he even gets the turn 1 head ringer. Wow. Oh boy. We're in for a rough ride here, guys. Things are not looking good. Okay. This Hoopa top deck is probably one of the best top decks because I will be able to get out my Manectrics. I will have to sacrifice the active one, which is unfortunate, but I will have the ability to power up this one and even Mega Evolve. I could also, yeah, I'm gonna discard these two and I'm gonna discard the AC because that can potentially save my Manectric. I'm gonna attach the Assault Vest onto the Hoopa because it's quite useless, and if I get a Spirit Link I might be able to get a turn to Manectric, but no, that's unfortunately not the case. So I will however do this because it will buy me a turn, and I can just pass here. I won't be getting a Turbo Volt turn 2, but I can save that Manectric from getting KO'd, which is definitely great for us. Because unless he's able to retreat somehow, like with a Super Scoop Up heads, yeah. Oh boy. Today's just not our day, guys. It's just not our day. I'm still gonna save the Manectric for sure, and I'm gonna let my Mega take a hit because it will still be a 3-hit KO, but he could potentially attach another head ringer to us, which would suck. Now the question here is, I have no way to draw other than Shaman. I'm gonna try to get the Spirit Link, right? I'm gonna attach the tool to Shaman. It doesn't really make a difference and it will give me an extra card, and I still have a chance to get the Spirit Link. Spirit, nope. I will get the Rough Seas though. So I'll just Mega Evolve here. Thankfully, even with the Rough Seas healing, I 2-hit KO his Manectrics, whereas he will only 3-hit KO, and after I heal, I can potentially turn it into a 4-hit KO. No Spirit Link means less damage to us, which is perfect for me. And yeah, I even get to attach a Spirit Link or a Headringer to his benched Manectric. I will play my Stadium. I don't care that he heals because I 2-hit KO him anyways. And yeah, things are looking very, very good for us now. The question is, do I Lysander KO the Shaman? Or do I do something else? Nope. I'm just gonna Turbo Volt, power up this Manectric, and I'm pretty sure we should win just by bouncing between Manectrics. I really think it should be quite an easy matchup now that we have our Manectric active and attacking. If he decides to switch out this Manectric to save him, I do have the Lysander. That's the second head he flips so far. Super Scoop Up and the Birch. There's another Super Scoop Up. Heads. So does he remove the Headringer or does he heal the active? That's a tough choice, but I think he's going to remove the Headringer. Nope, he decides to heal. Pretty interesting, but now at most he's going to be dealing 20 damage and 20 to a Shaman or potentially Hoopa. But I'll be able to heal more damage than he deals, so that's pretty great for us. And yeah, as long as he wastes his Super Scoop Ups like that, and as long as I don't attach a Pokemon tool by mistake to any of my Pokemon, I'm pretty sure I should be fine here. I now have 3 Manectrics powered up. He keeps on attaching tools himself, so that guarantees I will always 2-hit KO his Manectrics. And as you can see, if I don't attach tools, he will at best 3-hit KO, but just one turn of Rough Seas healing will mean that he 3-hit or 4-hit KOs my Pokemon. So he decides KOing Shaman is the right way to go. So he does take 2 prizes, but due to the Headringer, he doesn't have his benched Manectric powered up. I don't mind if he KOs the other Shaman, because I can then just pick up the Hoopa and pretty much win that way, because he will never KO a single Manectric. So it might even be worth it to pick it up right now. Now it's fine. I'm just gonna Turbo Volt. If he decides to KO Shaman, that's fine by me. I do get my 2 prizes here. He won't be dealing any significant damage next turn. And yeah, I'm pretty confident we have this one in the bag. So it'll be nice to close out the week with a win for sure. He promotes Manectric. He'll do 40 and 20. Perfectly fine by me. I'll heal off the damage. Not a big deal. And I mean, even if he KOs Shaman, it's really no big deal. I'd rather him KO it, so I can just pick up the Hoopa and be done with it. Never bench anything else. All my Pokemon are powered up. And I can just win that way. Now, that is a bit scary though. The Crobat drops could help him out. He decides to go for a Shauna though. So that's one less Verseeker as an option. He does Headringer my active, so he will be dealing a bit more damage, but it's really no big deal. I do have the energy to keep on attacking. He has a tool himself, so I can simply retreat and attack him. And we know that's his second Headringer, so I really doubt he plays anymore. And yeah, we could even just KO Shamans as well. I mean, it's no big deal. We still have pretty much every resource at our disposal. So he will overrun. Perfectly fine by me. We're not at any real danger, to be honest, just yet. I will retreat though, and start attacking with the regular Manectric. That will allow me to heal off my Mega Manectric fully and With the damage from Assault Laser, I still 2-hit KO the Manectric, so even if he does KO Shaman, I don't really mind. And he might come up short of the KO at some point in the match, and then I will simply pick up the Shaman with my AC. I mean, if he starts targeting it down with the Golbats, I will pick it up next turn. I'm in no hurry. That's the thing. There's the Golbats onto my Mega Manectric. That's obviously a mistake, because I will heal off that damage. That's a complete and absolute waste and a misplay. Either you target Hoopa or you target Shaman, but you don't target Mega Manectric, which is not coming to attack anytime soon. He does it again. Okay. Not even with 120 damage do you take the KO with a Lysander, and I can just retreat. You're not gonna have infinite Lysanders. So yeah, learn something, guys. Don't, if there's a rough seas in place, if you're against this deck, target things like Shaman or potentially Hoopa, which can definitely, which are harder to heal. All I need is to just be patient, and I have this game pretty much won. There's a Verse Seeker, Lysander, that's fine. He did play the Shona this turn, I believe. Nope, I'm wrong, so he really wants Mega Manectric gone. But he has no cards in his hand. He came up short of the KO by 10, so unless he manages a double Crobat drop, he won't be getting a KO from me. I will bench, or I will promote Raikou. I mean Manectric. I'm so confused with the Pokemon names today. And I do KO. I have the Verse Seeker ready, so even if he managed to somehow KO my Mega Manectric, by some miracle, either of the other two Manectrics can simply Lysander the Shaman and win. So that's pretty much game. He does play a Super Scoop Up. He gets his 3 out of 3 heads. Very nice. Very, very nice. So the double Crobat drop is now definitely possible. Or he could simply just target with Crobat's attack and KO me that way. But like I said, I do have the Verse Seeker right now. He gets a Sycamore, as long as he doesn't judge me or something like that. Nope, he plays a Sycamore, so that's game. He ran Rough Seas himself. He does KO the Mega Manectric, takes 2 prizes tying up the game, but he has absolutely no way to prevent the KO on Shaman, or to remove my hand, or to take 2 prizes this turn. Doesn't have enough Crobat drops to KO Shaman. There's the energy. He will probably direct his efforts onto Shaman, but he doesn't know I have the Verse Seeker in hand. So it's all about being patient here. Just let my opponent pass the turn. He will skill dive onto Shaman as I predicted, but this is game. There's a Verse Seeker, and we will probably see a Rage Quit in a couple of seconds. There's a Lysander. Nope, looks like my opponent wants me to take the KO. And there's the Assault Laser. Shaman is weak, and that's the game. So we close out with a victory the week. Very, very nice. And thank you guys. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the week. And be sure to be on the lookout for next week, as I believe it'll be the last week before Breakpoint. I might be mistaken, and Breakpoint might be available next week. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure there's still pre-releases going on, so it'll probably be released mid-week. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you next week with a brand new deck on Road to TCG Worlds 2016, which is closer by the day. Thank you guys, and bye bye.